and welcome to Authority Health GME Consortium's 2020 Celebration of Residency Completion. My name is Angela Cole, and I am the Administrative Director for Graduate Medical Education. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to our virtual celebration in honor of our class of 2020. Unprecedented times calls for extraordinary responses, and we have all taken these challenging circumstances head on, quickly making the necessary adjustments to meet the needs of those Authority Health has vowed to serve. And graduation in this format is no exception to the quick adjustments we have all made. We have gathered congratulatory videos as an acknowledgement of this very great accomplishment and milestone in your growing careers. So please enjoy the messages. I wish you all much success, prosperity, and good health. Take care, keep in touch, and with that, I would like to present to you our DME DIO, Dr. Ernie Yoder. Dr. Yoder.
Thanks, Angela. Welcome, everyone. I'm honored to have worked with all of you for the past 2 years, and I want to thank you for your compassion in serving our patients and their families. I also want to thank you for your spirit of volunteerism and for your courage in facing the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to thank you for persisting as we swabbed hundreds of our neighbors in order to make the diagnosis of COVID-19. I would like to remind you of the uniqueness of your preparation for practice. Through our community-based program, our population health certificate, and community medicine rotation, you are well prepared to meet the needs of individuals and communities wherever you decide to practice. And let me say parenthetically, we hope you choose to practice in physician shortage areas and to take jobs with our federally qualified health center partners. I hope you will never forget your colleagues and peers as you move on in our profession. I challenge you to continue to live our values, assuring access to the underserved, remaining accountable for quality and safety of healthcare, promoting diversity and social justice, partnering with community organizations and agencies to provide great care for your patients and communities, and for committing to preventive care for all of your patients. Those are the hallmarks of Authority Health. Please continue to listen to your inner voice, that voice that urges you to take action on behalf of your patients and your community, wherever that may be. Finally, I want to thank you for helping us to achieve our mission of assuring the healthcare safety net for residents of Detroit, Wayne County, and Southeastern Michigan. I'd like to leave you with 2 quotations, which I think were appropriate for graduation. First, from Tom Brokaw, noted broadcaster and newsman. You are educated. Your certification is in your degree. You may think of it as a ticket to a good life. Let me ask you to think of an alternative. Think of it as your ticket to change the world. And we need that more than ever. And finally, from the philosopher Lao Tse, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Thank you very much. And it's my pleasure to introduce our President and CEO, Mrs. Loretta Bush.
Thank you, Dr. Yoder. Good afternoon, everyone, and congratulations to all of you for completing your Authority Health residency training program. This is indeed a career milestone for you as physicians, and it's an important moment in Authority Health's commitment to prepare the next generation of physicians for community-based, culturally competent primary care. You began your training expecting a challenging experience in a medically underserved urban community. You have treated thousands of people who may have seen a doctor for the very first time, or for not in a very long time. You have seen that chronic diseases that affect much of our population, and you have come to understand the importance of how social determinants of health have a real impact on health outcomes. In addition to all of that, from your population health program, we hope that you have gained a greater appreciation of health disparities, psychological trauma, and the social inequities of the populations that we serve. It is our hope that this understanding will continue to guide you, not only in the practice of medicine, but also in your personal interactions. Because as Dr. Ernie has already said, this is how we truly begin to change the world. Now, this has been a unique training opportunity, which is available at only a few centers across the country. Hopefully you understand and truly, fully appreciate the value of teaching health centers in medical education. In applying for the privilege of hosting this important program, Authority Health committed to providing a challenging training experience. Now this year, we all also had an unexpected challenge. That challenge is the novel coronavirus pandemic. As frontline primary care providers, you were called on to create a safe environment that allowed you to maintain your connection with our patients through virtual health technology. While primary care providers closed their practices in urban Detroit, we remained open and we adapted to the pressures of this pandemic. To those who served at Popoff Family Health Center and those who supported the pediatric practice of Dr. Ann Maria Ice, we are deeply and forever grateful. Many of you have contributed to our community-based COVID-19 testing program. In the past month, we have tested over 100 adults and children, contributing to the broader goal of testing everyone who wants to be tested. Some of you have had to endure the effects of COVID-19 yourselves. For that, you are certainly deserving of our thanks, and we are grateful that everyone in our Authority Health family made a full recovery. Teaching health center residents in Detroit and throughout the nation have demonstrated great courage and commitment, and for that, all Americans, we should be proud. Now, I'm going to turn my attention to workforce development and community service. Workforce development is one of the 4 pillars of the emphasis in the mission of Authority Health, specifically the primary care workforce in medically underserved areas like Detroit and communities in Wayne County, which are critically undersupplied with physicians. The National Center for Health Workforce Analysis projects a shortage of over 23,000 primary care physicians by 2025. While we remain committed to training physicians that may practice in other parts of our great country, we are very pleased when our residents decide to practice in our own Metro Detroit community. Please join me in celebrating the addition of Dr. Jasmine Gray, who will be joining the Authority Health pediatric practice, serving children and adolescents in Northwest Detroit. She will join Drs. Emily Casterline and Allison Trippy, both of which also are graduates of the Authority Health residency program. While training more primary care physicians is vitally important, resident training provides a lot of health care that may not have been delivered otherwise. During the 2018-19 academic year, our residents collectively treated a total of 40,786 patients. That averaged across 71 residents. That would be 575 patients seen by each of our residents. I have to tell you, that is real community impact. COVID-19 has confirmed why community-based primary care is so important for underserved and vulnerable populations. The numbers are critical indicators. Let's take a look at Michigan. In Michigan, African Americans account for 14% of the population, yet 37% of the COVID positive patients were African American. And of those, 47% of the COVID positives that died were African American. We know that obesity and chronic disease are major factors that contribute to surviving, whether or not you survive COVID-19. We also know that access to care and social bias are among the other contributing factors. Now, you have had a unique training experience. We are pleased to have offered that training opportunity that provided you the same clinical challenge of larger programs, but also with the intimacy and personality of the local community. Some of those unique attributes include having our own continuity clinic, but located at the Popoff Family Health Center and the Pediatrics LLC practice, as well as our FQHC partners and the mental health centers in our communities. This increased the breadth of your experience, and we hope provided a more genuine practice experience versus one that was only highly academic. Then there's the population health program, certificate program. This provided you with a much deeper understanding and knowledge of the community dynamics and the social determinants of health that affect our patients. You gained insight into the many non-medical factors that affects a person's health. You also received valuable training in quality improvement and patient safety. And then I'm very pleased to say this last point. We heard you, and having heard from you, we look forward to adding curriculum to address systemic and interpersonal racism in medicine. At this very tense period in our country's history, and as we carefully restore our social and economic functions following the 3-month COVID stay home, stay safe, we are faced with evidence of health inequity and the mortality rate of African Americans and social inequity, most recently evidenced in the fatal force inflicted on George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. We say their names out of deep respect and out of remembrance. Racism, violence, and social inequity is a public health issue. And we know these are issues that impact the health and the well-being of marginalized populations. As physicians, you have been trained to diagnose and to heal. You have been trained to understand the social determinants of health. You know that a population that fears their safety in the face of law enforcement day in and day out cannot be expected to achieve optimum health. You know that a population that must take 2 buses to an underpaying job will have trouble getting to medical appointments. You know that low-income people living in unsafe neighborhoods may have trouble exercising and certainly are not likely to join and belong to health clubs. You know that someone who is homeless or lives in substandard housing will have health challenges. And you know that children who don't eat well don't learn well. You know that these are problems that we collectively have the power to influence midstream. You may not have the time or the resources to impact the broader systemic problems of society, but you can help people in your local community. These are the people you have been trained to understand and to treat well. You may establish your practice in urban Detroit or in rural Monroe County. Wherever you work, you will surely find people that come from the circumstances that I've described. Wherever you settle, you will be busy as a primary caregiver. Most likely, you will not be compensated for the value that you bring to our society, unlike other specialties. So you will have to work hard. Try to find time to give back to the communities where you live and work. Do what you can to correct the problems that create an unhealthy environment. We know that you won't just provide sick care, but you will also promote wellness. Believe, we believe, and we want you to believe that you are prepared to help create healthier communities. Now you are about to enter the next phase of your career. In a sense, you are entering the true challenge when professors and preceptors no longer assess you, but you are assessed by your outcomes and your dedication to health and healing. You now must make the best use of your training and knowledge, the knowledge and training that you have gained both in medical school and in our residency program. No matter where you settle, we hope that you will remember your years in our beloved Detroit and remember the people that you have come to treat and the social determinants that impact their health. Remember the vital role that primary care played and continues to play during this pandemic. We hope that you will remember that you had an opportunity to train in a teaching health center. Tell people that you trained at Authority Health in Detroit, but also tell them that you trained in a teaching health center and why that's different. We need you to continue to advocate for continued support in Congress so that other medical students interested in this unique experience will have the same chance to have this experience. Now I'd like to turn my attention to our Best of the HealthNet Award. Before I conclude, I want to recognize one of you for your outstanding contribution to Authority Health. Each year, Authority Health identifies members of our community and our Authority Health family who have provided extraordinary service on behalf of our mission. This award is typically given during our holiday celebration in Detroit in December. However, this year, we wanted to honor one of our graduating residents, Dr. James Sung. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, our residents have performed exceptionally and exceedingly well, risking their own personal well-being to care for patients at our Popoff Family Health Center, as well as Pediatric LLC and other primary care and hospital sites. Early on, several of our residents and staff working at the Popoff Family Health Center became ill and unable to work. Dr. Sung demonstrated extraordinary service for more than a week, providing administrative as well as clinical support, often as the only staff person other than faculty and the administrative staff. This was also a very hectic period in which we transitioned from face-to-face medical care to telemedicine. Dr. Sung has been an effective practitioner, utilizing our virtual health software and helping to train other residents, faculty, and staff in the use of this technology. He has also worked with staff to devise and improve the technical and patient care process changes that were key to a successful transition to virtual care. Dr. Sung is completing his family medicine residency, and that is that Dr. Sung is a humble and quietly effective clinician. And so right now he's probably embarrassed that he's getting all of this attention, but it is well deserved. Dr. Sung provides compassionate care to all patients and families served in our Eastside Detroit facility. Dr. Sung has demonstrated a thorough understanding of the social determinants of health and the impact that they have on the patients, and he works to address these factors. I would like to thank both Dr. Ernie Yoder and Mrs. Patricia White for nominating Dr. Sung to receive the Best of the Health Net Award, which is our way of formally honoring those within the Authority Health family who have demonstrated alignment to our mission. Dr. Sung, we applaud your achievement. Now I'm going to end with a quote. And this is one of my favorite quotes. It's from James Allen. And I think it's appropriate for today because those of you in the residency program, you have had many achievements in your life. You have dreamed many dreams, but you still have more becoming to do. So with that, let me give you the quote from James Allen. And James Allen encourages us. He says, dream lofty dreams, for as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you will at last achieve. On behalf of the board and staff of Authority Health, we congratulate all of you and we wish you well. And now please enjoy your graduation presentation.
On behalf of the College of Osteopathic Medicine at Michigan State University, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2020 graduating from the Authority Health residency programs this year. I can't think of a more unique group that you have faced challenges that many would not have handled with the grace and grit that your group has, not only for the residency times that you've spent, but also these past few months supporting your friends, family, colleagues, and profession of medicine during no less than a COVID pandemic. We certainly are proud of you. We know you're going to do great things going forward as a result of all your training and what we've seen from you already. Those places, those venues where you're going to be going next are truly lucky to have you. So again, on behalf of the College of Osteopathic Medicine, congratulations, class of 2020. Well earned, good luck, and go green. Take care. On behalf of the College of Osteopathic Medicine at Michigan State University, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2020 graduating from the Authority Health residency programs this year. I can't think of a more unique group that you have faced challenges that many would not have handled with the grace and grit that your group has, not only for the residency times that you've spent, but also these past few months supporting your friends, family, colleagues, and profession of medicine during no less than a COVID pandemic. We certainly are proud of you. We know you're going to do great things going forward as a result of all your training and what we've seen from you already. Those places, those venues where you're going to be going next are truly lucky to have you. So again, on behalf of the College of Osteopathic Medicine, congratulations, class of 2020. Well earned, good luck, and go green. Take care.
Hi, my name is Phoebe Kulik, Director of Workforce Development with the Certificate in Population Health and Health Equity at the University of Michigan School of Public Health. While I'm sorry we can't be in person together to celebrate, we're happy to congratulate you on your graduation from residency. It's been a pleasure working with you through the certificate program and getting to be a part of your experience at Authority Health. Our team would like to share a few remarks.
Well, we've come to the end of our sessions. It's been great to have an opportunity to work with you. I hope this has been, a learning experience for you. I know way back when I went through, medical school, I think I would have benefited tremendously from having some exposure to the social determinants of health and some of the other discussions that we've had. So hopefully you feel that this directly informs the work that you do, and that you look ahead towards building, on what you've learned as part of this certificate program. It's a weird time, having to meet like this because of the COVID-19 situation. I've mentioned before, I was at the state health department for a number of years in charge of communicable disease control. And we went through some trying situations like West Nile and SARS and 9/11 and the anthrax mailing, but nothing that really, compared to the magnitude of COVID-19, which has also directly affected all of you as physicians. And it really calls for a different level of integration between, public health and medicine if we're going to effectively address new and emergent diseases that are likely to come on the scene with increasing frequency for a number of reasons. All of us need to become advocates, because you've been on the front line of this COVID-19 situation, and you've seen the fallout from that. And I think all of us need to collectively ensure that our nation does not experience something like this again. And I do feel that that's doable if we're prepared and if we're proactive. But it's going to require all of us to be advocates for that, both internally and externally, to ensure that something like COVID-19 never happens to our nation again.
Well, I'll just make some brief comments. First, I just want to say I've had a really good time getting to know all of you these last 2 years. I want to thank you for your hard work. I recognize that residency is a really challenging time, and you're being asked to do a lot and to...
Hello, my name is Kathy Smart, and I'm the Family Medicine Residency Coordinator. On behalf of Authority Health's Graduate Medical Education's residency coordinators, we hope that your time at Authority Health has been one that you will always look back on as a journey that developed your character and ability to be the best doctor. Together, we have overcome many challenges, and here we are today at the end of your journey of residency. To add to the unexpected drawbacks of residency itself, who would have imagined being faced with the unexpected, strenuous task of surviving a pandemic? From family medicine to internal medicine to pediatrics and psychiatry, there was an impact on each program to some degree. Such a time as this may have been the furthest thought from the minds of many of you when you decided medicine as a career. One thing's for certain, and two things for sure. Whether the thought came to mind or not, you all have been soldiers in the battle against COVID-19. As frontline workers, you've positioned yourself in the trenches, never allowed defeat to overcome you, and at times barely came up for air. Your dedication and commitment to give your all to those in need of healthcare on a regular basis, as well as the demanding times of the current pandemic, has not gone unnoticed. Your hard work is and will always be greatly appreciated and remembered. No matter the work that we face on the administrative end as coordinators, we find it to be a very rewarding experience to have been a part of such an achievement that you all have accomplished. With that, we extend our congratulations to you, as it has been an honor to work with you over the years. Good luck to you all on the next chapter of your career.
Okay, I'm Joel Apple, and I am the program director for the Detroit-Wayne County Authority Health Internal Medicine Residency. And it is my pleasure to present the 5 graduating PGY3s from our program at Authority Health. This is a program that is near and dear to my heart, and I think also to the residents that are graduating, because it is one in which we've sought excellent doctors who care and who have an innate feeling for the needs of underserved communities, certainly here in Detroit, and hopefully as they move into practice around the country to other urban or rural areas that they might find themselves. So I would like to present the graduates of this class, and I would preface it by saying this was a graduate group that preceded me, and in many respects I've gotten as much out of the program and an understanding of this unique residency from them as much as I may have given as a PD. So we had 5 graduates. The first one is Akash Daliwali. Akash Daliwali is a graduating resident who I really think embodies both the skill set and the passion. If there's one resident, I believe that reflects more than anything her confidence in herself and her program and the importance of the program to developing her career. It's Akash. And I am proud to recognize her as such. She is from California and had made her way to us through the Nova Southeastern program. Prior to that, at the UCLA for undergraduate work. She also received a master's prior to joining us, and I think that really facilitated a lot of what we do at the Detroit-Wayne County Authority Health because of her public health background. Nakash will be going into a training program. It looks as though at this point a hospitalist program, and is very much interested in continuing to maintain relationships with underserved communities. So we all wish Akash Dhaliwal the very best in her future plans.
Congratulations, Kashi! For your graduation, have good luck for your future.
Thank you for everything you do, Kashi. Good luck with everything. Bye.
Bye. See you soon as a doctor. Thank you.
Hey, guess what? You did it. Your long and eventful journey through Chicago, New York, and finally Detroit has now reached an amazing destination. Over the last decade, we saw with pride you evolving into a full-fledged physician. We couldn't be more proud of your perseverance, focus, and sheer grit to achieve all your goals. Through this journey, we saw a mix of emotions in you: busy, frustrated, happy, scared, and elated, depending on which day we talk to you or which hour we talk to you. But through it all, you continue to remain the loving son and brother we always expected you to be. And you have set a great example to your brother, who has followed your footsteps and is starting med school later this year. I'm sure everyone will agree. What defines you most is your endearing, warm smile and happy-go-lucky approach to life. As you set forth on your next journey, remember to always keep smiling. We have no doubt that your patients will love you for your compassion and care, and we're sure that you will have a wonderful career as a physician. Also know that our love and support for you will be unbound. Know also that we're always here for you. And finally, know that we will always love you unconditionally from the bottom of our hearts. Good luck.
Good luck
and congrats.
Congratulations, Golvi, and to the entire residency class. What an exciting day. I remember 2 years ago when I was rotating at Sinai, my senior resident was so excited, and she came up to me and she said, on Monday, you're going to work with Golvi. He's this great resident, and he's so much fun to work with. And of course, Roshni was right. Golvi, you have this unmatched energy, and you bring positivity and laughter and terrible jokes. into every situation, and that makes you not only a pleasure to work with, but a pleasure to be around. Your patients are incredibly lucky to have you as their physician. You've worked so hard to reach this point, and I cannot wait to see you carry your passion to the next step. Congratulations!
Hello, Akashdeep. Congratulations on graduating.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on your graduation.
On your graduation.
We're very proud of you.
Yeah. Have a successful future.
Congratulations, Dr. Akashdeep Dhaliwal. We are proud of you. Dr. 2020, want to wish you the best in all of your journey ahead. Love you.
We're very proud of you.
Yeah, Akash, I hope all is well. On behalf of the Jones family, we'd like to send our congratulations for the great feat that you have done. We're all proud of you. And especially your mother, I could see the smile on her face when we talked about it yesterday. So once again, congratulations there, and we wish you well in your future endeavors there.
I would like to introduce as a graduate virtually Kaushik Govindaraju, or Govi, as we call him. Govi, once again, another resident. To some extent, I feel as though his understanding of this program and the importance of it, having preceded my being here, really has helped me appreciate the opportunity to be a program director. Govi has met challenges throughout the course of his residency, as of all residents, and has met them all and has incrementally developed into an outstanding internist. And I am particularly excited about his future. He really transcends many geographic areas of this country. He had trained an undergraduate at Northwestern in Chicago, wound up in New York at the Touro College, but I believe California preceded all that. So he's really made the West to East to Midwest transition. I think that reflects a great deal in Govi's personality. He's got a bit of the California Midwest thing going on, and less of the New York thing. I am also proud to say that although not all graduates have finalized definitively, particularly in the area of COVID, their plans, Govi is headed towards practice, likely hospitalist in nature, and we're hoping that he can maintain ties with underserved communities. So congratulations to Govi, who will also represent our program so well. Now I'd like to introduce Matt Schweiger. Matt's a Spartan. Matt's a Michigan State guy from the beginning. He is someone who trained undergraduate at State. Matt, not infrequently, has visited my office and seen my basketball hoop with the 2000 Spartans championship season. And we've talked about Izzo, D'Antonio, and lots of other non-medical stuffs, but once in a while, medicine rears its head. And Matt, of course, is just a very, I think, calming influence in this residency program. He is the one that I would probably characterize as most laid back. I'm not sure if he does or not. Matt came to us through the Nova Southeastern training program. Also another member of the program with a master's degree. And Matt is someone who I believe will really represent our program well in Lynchburg, Virginia. I actually know where Matt's going. And that would be a rural underserved community. And so we're excited that Matt is going to bring his outstanding skill set to that particular program. And again, I wish him and his family the best of luck in Virginia.
Congratulations, Uncle Matt, for finishing your school. Good job. Good job.
Congratulations, Matthew. We are so proud of you. Love you bunches, Mom and Dad.
Zakia, now Polk Stallings, and now with the little one in tow. Zakia's had a very challenging 2020 with everything that we all know of occurring around us, and on top of that, being pregnant for most of that duration and delivering and having a beautiful bouncing baby boy. Which I think at this point in time, Gobi did not have a baby. Zakia would say would be her biggest contribution to date. However, her contributions in the area of medicine do not pale in comparison. She is also someone who's exhibited tremendous strength, a leadership position as a co-chief, someone who I believe has been a terrific mentor for the PGY 2s and PGY 1s in our program. And what she has in common with me is that we are both Detroiters, and we are passionate about our city, born and raised and schooled here. We know the challenges, and we know that the Authority Health program, the whole GME consortium has really benefited from Zakia. She is a great doctor. After being a co-chief and visiting my office more than a few times, I think that she's also going to be a great continuous friend, and I believe will stay in this area and continue to serve the underserved, offering outstanding medical care with compassion and empathy for those that she served. So congratulations to Zakia for completing the program and moving on. We're looking forward to continuing a relationship with her because she'll be close by. We'll know where to find her. And finally, I want to congratulate Ashley Richardson. And Ashley is someone who also, as a co-chief, I got to know a bit better, visiting my office around the corner from this taping on many an occasion, and really, as with Zakia, complimenting her so well and helping to manage the Authority Health program in terms of didactics, service learning, scheduling, etc. Ashley is also someone who is passionate about the program. She and I have a shared route, me for 4 years, only her for a lifetime in Missouri, as I attended the Kansas City school. So we always like to talk about things that are KC related, including Go Chiefs, my second favorite team. And I know that Ashley is going to continue to move on and represent the program well as a great physician and a compassionate, involved physician. I know she'll be heading to Minneapolis, Minnesota. I think that city more than ever now can use someone like Ashley, who not only will provide excellent medical care, but will do so in a city that really needs compassionate human beings. So it is my great pleasure to also congratulate Ashley Richardson as she moves on.
Hi, Ashley. I am super proud you're finished with residency. You've spent 12 years working your tail off, not to mention this last year last few months of residency being the front lines of coronavirus. I'm very, very proud of you. And go doctor. Bye.
Congratulations to the Authority Health Internal Medicine Residency graduates of 2020. Doctors of Osteopathic Medicine, Dr. Ashley Richardson, Dr. Matthew Schweiger, Dr. Akash Dhaliwal, Dr. Kashik Govindaraju, and Dr. Zakia Polk Stallings. Congratulations to you all. You've accomplished so many things during your 3 years of residency at Authority Health. I was both honored and felt privileged to know you all and to be connected to you throughout your residency. I think that you're all exceptionally well trained, and whatever you decide to do, you will do exceptionally well as doctors of osteopathic medicine. If any of you stick around and are practicing, outside of a hospital, I hope I never see you there. But outside of a hospital, I would be proud to come and be one of your patients. Hoping you're all gearing up for the next phase of your life and career. You've all had a lot of changes and a couple of weddings coming up and a child. And I think the world of all of you and really wish you all the best. And I can't wait to see your name in the paper doing something wonderful. Thank you so much for being so wonderful to me while I was your coordinator. Wishing you all the best.
And so I'd like to say to all of our graduates and to the graduates of the other programs at Authority Health and the GME Consortium, the best of luck to you